Hey, welcome to my first year gardening here in Zone 6-8, right here in the Midwest. So initially I started off with one simple greenhouse and then I ended up expanding to two. I set up everything I had right on my closed back porch in early February. I got creative and I used full party pans and leftover window plastic to hold any heat. You really don't need a lot just to get started. Now, let's talk about one of my favorite tools, Coco. I drop that brick in the 5-gallon bucket, pour hot water, and break it up with a spoon from the kitchen. I mix it with the seed, starting soil and a little worm casting. It's affordable, stretch far, and hold moisture really well. I grab heating pads and grow lights from Amazon. Once I added those things, it really took off through February and March. I would check on them daily. Watching them grow gave me peace. It was truly like therapy for me. Now, most of my seeds came from Dollar Tree. Some were even free from the local library. Each week, I added new seedlings using Dollar Tree pots and Amazon trays to keep expanding. Whatever store from Home Depot, whatever I can get deals from. Now, by late March, both greenhouses were full. I didn't have all the fancy tools and perfect soil, but I made it work. That's the beauty of starting small. You use what you got and you keep on going. I also started experimenting with sweet potatoes and regular potatoes, ones you can grab from the grocery store. I sprouted slips in water and add them to soil. Also, I did regular potatoes and I added to grow bags. The first time gardening means trying things out and learning as you go. Now, on warm days, I began hardening off my plants outside using my first raised bed. It was a 4x4 I brought. Then my husband stepped in and helped me build more. We went from one small box to 4 raised beds. I ended up doing a 4x8. But of course, right after I took the plants out to adjust to the outdoors, it snowed. And that's how it is here in the Midwest. But by April, everything started growing. Now my summer squash had outgrown their little pots. I gently repotted them, trying not to disturb their roots too much. I even found the original seed shell still attached. It's wild to see how far they come. Since then, I have probably repotted twice. That's the reason next year, if I do this again, which I probably will, I will start later on in the season, probably late February to early March. Start with my seedlings because it grows so fast. Also, I want to add when I water, right here you saw that I water, just spritz it at the top, but I also water the trays from below because sometimes I had issue with the plants getting too much water. So watering from the bottom, like if you're in a tray where the water kind of soaks up, that is helpful. That's one thing I learned. Also, a quick tip is when you do transfer, make for sure the soil is moist so it's easily to come out those original pots. Here is my husband cutting wood for our 4x8s. That was some real back-breaking work. We added galvanized hardwood wire cloth underneath to keep out the rodents and moles. stapled it down and sealed it inside since we was using budget wood. Now here's some of the items that I grabbed from Amazon that was very helpful. I got many more, but this is some of the key things that really kind of helped me to get started. So with the 4 raised beds that I have one filled, ready to go, and I'm going to get delivered some more soil, hopefully with this week. You know, it's on a budget. You got to do what you can. My goal is to grow food for our family that we actually eat. This whole journey has been about learning, creating, and growing. Gardening taught me that you don't need a perfect setup. You just need to start.